कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सेदसादनम् ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्ट्वागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्ताक्षोररिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु। ॐ एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात्। ॐ सुमुखाय नमः ॐ एकदन्ताय नमः ॐ कपिलाय नमः ॐ गजकर्णकाय नमः ॐ लंबोदराय नमः ॐ विकटाय नमः ॐ विघ्नराजाय नमः ॐ गणाधिपाय नमः ॐ धूम्रकेतवे नमः ॐ गजाध्यक्षाय नमः ॐ गणाध्यक्षाय नमः ॐ बालचन्द्राय नमः ॐ गजाननाय नमः ॐ नमस्ते शारदे देवी काश्मीरपुरवासिनी त्वामहं प्रार्थये नित्यं विद्यादानं च देहि मे। ॐ अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ ध्यानमूलं गुरुमूर्ति पूजामूलं गुरुपदं मन्त्रमूलं गुरुवाक्यं मोक्षमूलं गुरुकृपा। ॐ श्री अनुभवानन्दाय नमः ॐ श्री चिन्मयानन्दाय नमः ॐ श्री गुरुदत्ताय नमः ॐ सत्यसाईश्वराय नमः ॐ शंकराय नमः ॐ श्री व्यासदेवाय नमः ॐ नमो नारायणाय नमः। चामुण्डाय विच्चे ॐ ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डाय विच्चे ॐ ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डाय विच्चे ॐ नौ दुर्गादेव्यै नमः। We stand together as one family, bound into each other with love and with respect, ready to serve as an army, courageous and disciplined, ever ready to fight against all low tendencies and false values, within and without. We know our responsibilities, O Divine Mother. May you bless us, guide us and protect us on the path of virtue and dharma, that we can fulfill our dreams and our desires materially and spiritually. And tonight we pray, Ma, that may this light forever shine through us to the world around us. May we never become the victim of the darkness, of the negativities of this world. May the sacred light of yours forever be our guide, now and for always. Friends, tonight, on the Ganesh Chaturthi, the night of the Ganesh Chaturthi, there is something that we're not supposed to do. What that is? We're not supposed to watch the moon. So on the Ganesh Chaturthi night, it is said that we are not supposed to watch the moon, and if you watch the moon, what happens? You're going to get blamed for something that you did not do, isn't it? That's what you call the shrap that Bhagwan Ganesh pronounced on Chandrama, the moon. And you know the katha goes on where it is said one day Bhagwan Ganesh ji was roaming around and he happened to trip and fall, and when he fell, Chandrama, the moon, started laughing at Ganesh Baba, and when the moon laughed at him, Bhagwan Ganesh looked at him and he said, "Today you are laughing at me, but I pronounce a shrap upon you that anybody who looks at you on this Chaturthi, they will be blamed for something that, in fact, you will be blamed for something that they did not do." Now, if you did by mistake, look at the moon on that night. Anybody look at the moon? And again, Jai Bhagwan, you're lucky tonight, bhaiya. One person looked at the moon. Anybody else? On that night? Okay. If you did. As a matter of fact, I got a text message from somebody saying, Baba, what to do if you look at the moon tonight? By mistake, I happen to glance at the moon. What do you do? In the Ganesh Puran, Bhagwan Ganesh also said that there is a katha that you must listen to called as the Shamanta Katha. The Shamanta Katha will nullify the negative effect of looking at the moon on the Ganesh Chaturthi night. And tonight we're going to do that katha. That katha is found in the Devi Bhagavatam. Now, probably this Ganesh Chaturthi, we did not look at the moon. Probably last year something happened. We make a little cheat and we peek at the moon. And whenever we look at the moon, this katha that we are going to do tonight will nullify the negative effect of that particular katha. Sorry, that particular event that happened on the Ganesh Chaturthi night. Once again, a very warm welcome to all of you as we invite you now, my friends, to close your eyes for a moment. And as we visualize the beautiful form of Bhagwan Ganesh, we visualize the beautiful form of the Divine Mother, Jagadamba Devi, on this very special occasion of Navratri. And we visualize the beautiful form of Mahalakshmi and Saraswati Devi. Let's all surrender. And let's all allow ourselves to disappear in divine consciousness. Allowing yourself to disappear means there is no more individuality. There is no more I. There is no more ego. Where there is ego, there will be false pride. Where there is false pride and ahankar, there will be all sorts of mishaps, and there is all sorts of anxiety that happens within the heart of an individual who becomes the victim of this ahankar. And tonight, my friends, as we allow ourselves to disappear, meaning that the ego is eradicated, let us practice humility. Let us practice being peaceful. Let us practice being calm. Let us practice being happy. Let's practice allowing everything to happen by the will and the grace of the Divine Mother. Because nothing that happens in our lives is done by us. It is done by divine will. It is done by God's grace. It is done by the blessing of the divine Shakti, the mother of this world. And as we all think of her tonight, being the second night of the Navratri period, Ma, You are Antaryami, the knower of the hearts of every individual here tonight. You even know what is happening in the hearts of those who are not here and are listening on radio. You are the knower of the hearts of people in other parts of the world. You are the Shakti as Durga. You are Kali, and you are even Bhadrakali. You are Kaleshwari. You are Brahmani. You are Shivani. You are Bhavani. Ma, we bow to you tonight. We touch thy lotus feet, and may your blessing be upon Bhaiya Lalchandji and his beautiful family, his children, his grandchildren and their families. May your blessing be upon all the families who are present here tonight. But perhaps most importantly, Mom, please bless our beautiful nation. Mother Trinidad and Tobago. May you bless the world, O Devi. For we are your children. And tonight, Ma, we say we love you forever and evermore. May you please bless our ancestors and the ancestors of this generation. That wherever their souls are, your blessing will be with them. The ancestors of us all. May your blessing be with them forever and evermore. Every one of us, our lives are influenced, of course, by what we call karma. Our lives are influenced by certain actions we perform, whether it's knowingly and sometimes even unknowingly. Our lives are affected by what we do and the way we carry about ourselves in this materialistic world. And as a result of actions being performed, there are three types of action. One is called as Agami Karma, the second one is called as Prarabdha Karma, and the third one is called as Sanchita Karma. These are the three karmas that governs the lives of whatever you and I are going through at the present moment and even in the future of our lives. Now, the first karma is called as Sanchita Karma that we did yesterday. Sanchita Karma is what we did last week. Sanchita Karma is what we did last month. Sanchita Karma is what we did last year. Sanchita Karma is what we did last life. So that Sanchita Karma, the seeds have been planted and is only waiting to materialize, or only waiting to germinate, or only those seeds are waiting to grow. You know, like you take a flower pot and you plant the seed in the flower pot, and every day, like a child, while doing science in school, will be very curious. You plant a red bean, you know, we all did that in primary school. When you take a little red bean and you put it in the little Cyrotex cup with the soil, and when you put the red bean inside, every day that we go and we look to see if the seed is growing. Like a child is anxious to see the seed germinate and grows, like that, the Sanchita Karma is what you and I planted, like I said, in the past. Now, when the seed is planted and you go the next day and you see a little sprout, that is called as Prarabdha. Meaning that the seed has now germinated and there is a sprout coming out of that seed in the soil, and that is what we call in Vedanta as Prarabdha. Meaning that now the seeds that we have planted started to grow. That in the present moment is called Prarabdha. So what we planted yesterday is what we reap today in the form of Prarabdha. Now, when the child looks at the seed growing and the little sprout is there, the child now becomes elated and excited and says, "Mommy, Mommy, look, the seed that I have planted has grown." That's the expression of joy. Isn't it? When the expression of joy, the child sees the seed germinate, so is sprouting, and the child takes the cup, runs to mommy, excited. "Mom, look at what happened. I planted a seed and it is growing." But that is the happiness of joy. The expression of joy for the child. Now, let us say child number 2 planted a seed and goes back 1 day, goes back 2 days, goes back 3 days, goes back 4 days, and watering the plant, but nothing is happening to the seed. Then what happens? The child comes back disappointed. Takes the cup, goes to mommy and says, "Mommy, I planted. I planted a seed and the seed is not growing. Mommy, what to do?" And then the mother tells the child, "Hey, you know what? Maybe that seed that you planted is not right, or is not good, and therefore you could probably use another one, plant another seed." So the child tries that, and the seed then sprouts. My friends, I want to ask you tonight a question. Everything that we did in the past, that is happening now, are we proud of it? And I want to keep one word in mind: reflection. Everything we did in the past that is materializing in our lives now, are we proud? Like the child is looking at the seed sprouting. Are we proud of what is sprouting in our lives? Now, if we are happy, then we planted good seeds. If we are not happy, maybe the seed that we planted wasn't too good. Maybe, my friends, we need to change that seed. We need to replant. Maybe, probably the soil is not right. Probably, my friends, we need to water it a little more often. Something can be wrong when the seed is not sprouting. 1, the soil, not good. 2, the seed is bad. 3, probably the seed is not placed properly in the soil. Probably, my friends, something is the cause. And therefore we need to do something to get that seed to sprout or to grow. Now, brothers and sisters, the point I am making is we need to use this word tonight, reflection, and see what happened in the past. Yesterday, last week, last month, last year, last life that we don't remember. But we need to see what is what is happening now, and what is materializing in our lives now, and to find out what kind of seeds we planted in the past. Now, keeping that in mind, how we react, and another very important word, very simple word, how we react when our prarabdha materialize or sprouts in our lives, how we react to situations today, that will determine the seeds that we are planting for tomorrow. How we react today, and I'm not saying acting, I'm saying reacting. How we react today, that will determine the seeds that we are planting to reap tomorrow. Friends, in Dwarka, Vasudev, Devaki, and all the people of Gokul came together and they were praying to the Divine Mother Adi Shakti Durga Devi during this auspicious time of Navratri. When Vasudev and Devaki and all came together, they were looking for their sons. Now, Devaki Mata did not spend much time with Bhagavan Krishna because from a child, from the time he manifested in the prison cell, she had to take him across, Vasudev had to take him across the Yamuna river and left him in Nandagal. But many years later, he met Devaki and Vasudev and he spent some time with them. And friends, while they were doing this yajna, in the name of the Divine Mother Adi Shakti Durga Devi, they all came together and they were praising the Divine Mother because they knew that fasting, devotion, meditation, contemplation, and listening to the katha of the Divine Mother nullifies, it burns away karma, it burns away vasanas, it burns away negative impressions that are stored in our minds. And therefore, when we listen to katha, when we listen to the name of the Divine Mother, what we did yesterday in the terms of planting the seeds of our karma, called as the sanchita karma, that can be burnt away, that it will never materialize, that will never fructify in our lives, creating sorrow or creating any pain or sadness in our lives. And so, the Vasudeva and Devaki and all the people of Gokul and Dwarika came together for that purpose in listening to the katha of the Divine Mother. Because friends, it is said that every word in the Devi Bhagavatam, every word in the scriptures that praises the Divine Mother Durga Devi is her manifestation and her Shakti. And by listening to the katha, karma, bad karmas are burnt away. Bad karmas are destroyed. Bad karmas, my friends, can never materialize. And so, Vasudeva and Devaki, they were doing this and praising the Divine Mother and glorifying her. And while they were sitting there, Devaki happened to be a little bit distracted. Why? Because she was looking for her son, Krishna. Vasudeva is thinking of the Divine Mother as he says, Om Katyayanaya Vidmahe Kanyakumari Dhimahi Tanno Durge Prachodaya. Jaya 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 Durge Jayati Jaya Durgeshwari Devi Jayati Jayati Durgama Dalani Durti Harani Surasevi Namo Namo Durge Sukhakarni Namo Namo Ambe Dukharni Niramikar hai jyoti tumhari Teen ho lok faili ujiari. Praising the Divine Mother, glorifying her, prostration to you, O Devi Ma. Salutations to you, O Mother of this universe. You are the cause of happiness, O Devi. You are the cause of prosperity. You are the cause of peace, O Mother. And tonight we prostrate, says Vasudeva. Says Devaki, O Mother, you are Amba. You are the remover of all miseries and difficulties from the lives of your children. Tonight as we pray and we surrender, no one knows when difficulties will strike. No one knows when disappointment will come. No one knows when hardship and misery will come our way. And therefore, Ma, we place you in front, for you are the divine eternal light of purity. O Devi, Nirantar hai Jyoti Tumhari, Ti hu lok apaini ujiyari. O Mother, your grace spreads out through the three worlds, not only on this earth, but your blessings manifest in the heavens, on the earth, and in the nether region. May your blessings also in our body, in our mind, and in our intellect, Ma. And therefore, like this, my friends, Vasudeva and Devaki, together with all the people in their community, praise the Divine Mother together as one family. Why? To burn karma. Why is it necessary to burn karma? Why is it necessary to burn up all the vasanas? Why is it necessary to destroy, my dear brothers and sisters, the negative attitude of the mind, so that we can have happiness, so that we can be peaceful, so that we can experience calmness. I tell you something, if somebody praise you, stay calm. And if somebody curse you, stay calm. Never forget that, my dear brothers and sisters, because if we react, we are planting seeds that are not good. We are planting seeds that are not good, and therefore staying calm shows the result of our spiritual life. And I'm going to repeat that, a very, very important point. Staying calm is the result of our spiritual life. When you really want to know how spiritually inclined you are, when you really want to know how spiritually inclined you are, find yourself in a disturbing situation and see how calm you are. And according to how calm you are, let us put it in percentage. If you are 50% calm, you are 50% spiritual. And if you are 100% calm, you are 100% spiritual. And if you are 1% calm, then you are liquid spiritual. You know what is liquid spiritual? Liquid spirituality is what? Fernandez Maharaj. Liquid spirituality. And they say that's spiritual too? My friends, I'm going to repeat that important point. Whenever you are put to the test, according to how calm you are, if you are 50% calm, you are 50% spiritual. If you are 100% calm, you are 100% spiritual. You can go, for example, during this Navratri period, you can get up 4 o'clock in the morning and offer 15 lota jal. Baba, I didn't offer 9, offer 15. I didn't offer 1 agarbatti, I offer a whole pack one time, man. So I had 9 packs for the whole 9 days. Baba, I don't like 1 camphor, I like 9 whole camphors. Bhaiya, that is wonderful. If you can do that and you can afford that, very good, do it. But remember, after you leave your jandi and after you leave the feet of Ma Durga, how calm are you? How happy are you? That is the test of your spirituality. Now, second thing, let us say, for example, you just finished your devotion and somebody blamed you for something that you did not do. How do you react? That is the test of time. You just finished your puja, you just finished your devotion, and somebody blamed you for something that you did not do. How do you react? That will depend on how spiritual you are. Check your percentage. Like when you do your exams, and you get your results, first thing you want to see, what's my percentage? When you do your spirituality, and you get your results, meaning the test of time and the test of situation, check your percentage of spirituality and see, my friends, where you stand and where you are. Now, I will never be the judge of that, of you. And I don't want nobody to judge me. And I will not judge nobody close to me, nor I will judge anybody far to me. If there is somebody to judge, I have to judge me. And I want to give you homework, my Lalchanji. Tonight being the first night of this yajna, I have a good reason for making this point. Lalchanji, Didi, Pinky, dressed in yellow. Tomorrow night I put on a pink sari. Because if she is Pinky, she has to put on a pink sari. Shivananji, Dolahin, Didi, Gayatri and others, do this sadhana for the next 7 nights until next Sunday morning. What is your sadhana? See how calm you can be for the next rest of this year. And regardless of whatever happens, see how calm you remain. And I want to promise you one thing. I'm not only going to tell you to do it, I'm going to do it too. And I'm not going to tell you me alone to do it. Everybody has to do it. That is our test, and that is our sadhana. And I want to also assure you one thing. Many things going to happen that will test you during the next 7 nights. Remember, just one word tonight. And I'm going to make it into a mantra. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shanti Rupena Sansita Namastasyai 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 Namo Nama. O Mother, I bow to you, I bow to you, I bow to you. Keep me peaceful, keep me shanti, keep me calm. That is sadhana. Now, when somebody blames you for something that you did not do, let us see, my friends, in the case of Bhagavan Krishna, how did he react when he was blamed for something? Let us go to Dwarka. In Dwarka, the city of Lord Krishna, there was someone by the name of Satyajit. Satyajit was an ardent worshipper of Lord Suryanarayan Swami. And one day, Satyajit was sitting. He was thinking of Suryanarayan Swami. He was praying to Suryanarayan Swami. And what was he saying? Om Japa Kushuma Shankasham Kashameyam Mahadyutim Tamorim Sarva Papagnam Pranatosmi Divakaram. Divakaram means Suryanarayan Swami. Tonight, let us all pray to Suryadev on this beautiful Sunday, just like Satyajit was doing. Om Suryadevaya Namaha. Om Suryanarayan Swami Namaha. Om Shri Suryadevaya Namaha. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Satyajit, his mind was absorbed in Suryanarayan Swami. The light, the rays of the sun not only penetrated the earth and the body of Satyajit, but Suryanarayan Swami penetrated the mind of Satyajit, and he was very much pleased with the bhakti and devotion of this devotee in Dwarka called Satyajit. Yadevahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Lo and behold, my friends, at that time, Satyajit was so absorbed in meditation on Suryanarayan Swami. He was glorifying Suryadev through the Gayatri mantra, and it is said Savitur, meaning the sun, manifested before him. Now, somebody may ask the question, Baba, how can the sun manifest in front of somebody? As a matter of fact, as soon as the sun manifests in front of somebody, they are burned. Come on, be logical. The sun is one big ball of fire. In the sun, there is a God. That God is called as Suryadev. That God leaves the ball of fire and he manifested himself in front of Satyajit. So, the sun, my dear friend, the disk of fire, continued in the heavenly region, but the Lord of the sun, who is Suryanarayan Swami, manifested before Satyajit. And what he did? He blessed him. And what he blessed him with? He blessed him with a gem. This gem was very, very powerful. It is said that, O Satyajit, Suryanarayan Swami told him, he said, O Satyajit, you take this gem that I'm going to give to you. And anything, rather, as a matter of fact, you worship this gem on a daily basis, and every day you will get 8 tolas of gold. Every day you worship the gem, you are going to get 8 tolas of gold. Now let me, tolas is like, for example, you have this lota, and you have 8 lotas like this, and every morning when you go to your altar, you see 8 lotas filled with gold. That's a good thing or not a good thing? Jai Bhagwan, a real good thing, boy. Bhagwan Suryanarayan Swami told Satyajit, he says, every day you will find 8 tolas of gold. This gem will materialize this for you, and so you will be very wealthy and very prosperous, and you will have all the happiness in your life. Do not take it for granted. Now friends, when Satyajit got this Vardhan and got this blessing, he of course was very happy like anybody. But then Suryanarayan Swami also blessed him. He says, I am not only giving you this, I am also giving you my tej. My tej means I am going to give you my glow. And my glow, the tej is the glow that will manifest through this gem to materialize these 8 tolas of gold every day for you. In other words, he was blessed with wealth, he was blessed with spirituality, he was blessed with peace, and he was blessed with prosperity. Friends, now, he had a brother, Satyajit had a brother, and the brother of Satyajit was very jealous. Like, you know, for example, if one brother is prospering, and the other brother sees that and nothing is happening in his life, what happens? You know, a little bit of jealousy comes. How could he be happy and prospering so much? And how can everything be working out for him and things are not working out for me? And like this, my friends, the brother, he became a little bit jealous when he asked Satyajit. He says, I want you to please give me the gem, at least only for one day. Give me the gem for only one day so I can get 8 tolas of gold also. Give me the gem for one day so I can get 8 tolas of gold also. But you see, my friends, if Satyajit had taken that gem called as the Shaman Tak gem and had given it to his brother, it would not do the same for him, because the person who did the sacrifice, and the person who did the tapasya, and the person who did the penance, and the person who planted the good seed was Satyajit. So that was the person who will get the results, and not the person who wants only to borrow this Shaman Tak gem. So my dear friends, here it is said in the Devi Bhagavatam, as Bhagwan Ved Vyasji writes, he says that the brother is requesting this, but Satyajit refused. He refused to give it. Then Bhagwan Krishna also came and he said to Satyajit, he says, Maharaj, I heard that you have a gem. It is called the Shaman Tak gem. I felt very proud to know that you have achieved this from Suryanarayan Swami. But I want to let you know one thing. Can you please give me that gem? Now, when the brother is asking, it will not happen for him. But the Lord himself is asking. Now, go to Bhagavad Gita chapter 10. You will see in chapter 10 of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan Krishna says, he says, Aham Shankarashtasmi. Among the Rudras, I am Shankar. He says, among the wind, I am Pavan. He says, among the stars, I am Chandrama, the moon. Bhagwan Krishna also says, among the luminaries, I am Aditya. Aditya Aham, I am the sun. Among all the luminaries, I am the sun. In other words, the person who gave this gem to Satyajit was Suryanarayan Swami. But Bhagwan Krishna says, I am the sun. I am Suryanarayan Swami. But when the vision is narrowed, and when we have a very narrow vision, my friends, we don't see the bigger picture. When our vision is narrow, we don't see the bigger picture. When we don't see the bigger picture, we cannot accept the creation of God as God in the creation. And so, Satyajit was asked by Bhagwan Krishna, he says, I want to let you know something. This people in this community is very poor. There are many people who are challenged in many different ways. There are many people who are going through days without food and without water and without the basic necessities. There are people who are suffering in so many different ways. Therefore, Satyajit, I want your heart to go out to those who are lesser fortunate. Allow me to have this gem. And when I would have the gem, I will allow the gem to manifest the 8 kolas of gold. That I will take and I will give to the poor and the needy and the lesser fortunate ones. And therefore, I am requesting this. You will be doing a very great deed in giving me this Shamantaka gem. Now, when Satyajit, my dear friends, was asked by Lord Krishna, do you think you will give it? Friends, I want to make a very important point. Everybody have something or the other that they can afford to give to somebody else. True or false? Is that true or false? Every one of us have something that we can give. But very, very few people, out of the many people in the world, can really give selflessly. Now, for example, let me ask Gayatri Didi. You have this gem, giving you 8 tolas of gold. Let me say 8 lotas of gold every day. And here is somebody who is considered the king of Dwarika with Bhagwan Krishna, that you don't know is the Lord of the world, and he just came and said, you know what, give me that, let me take this and I will give to the poor people. Will you give? You just tell him that. So, it is said, friends, everybody have, but very few people can give. Everybody have, but very few people can give. And so, friends, it is said, greatness, a beautiful thought just came to my mind. Greatness is not in taking, but greatness is in giving. Whatever little it might be, greatness is not in taking, but greatness is in giving. And Satyajit, he, my dear friends, when he was asked by Lord Krishna for this gem, he refused. Now, keeping that in mind, what happened? Bhagwan Ved Vyashi tells us in the Devi Bhagavatam that the brother of Satyajit, he came and he stole the gem. And having taken the gem, he went to the forest, he ran away to the forest. And having went to the forest, it is said, a lion killed the brother who had the gem. And the lion swallowed the gem. So the gem went in the tummy of the lion. Satyajit came the next morning and he is looking for his 8 tolas of gold, but he did not find it. He is now searching for the gem. The gem was nowhere to be seen. Friends, the first person his mind went on that could have stolen this gem was Bhagwan Krishna. The first person, he is still a chod. He was brought up as a little chori. Makhan Chor. So Krishna is the perfect thief. And I'm sure Satyajit is saying, I am sure it is this Krishna that have stolen my gem. My friends, he is Chittachur. From very small, as soon as he started to walk, he started to steal. But when he was stealing butter and ghee and dahi, Makhan Chor. When things doesn't work out in your favor, if he hide the butter on top, he climb up on Sudama back and he puts his hand in the pot and takes the makhan and if anything remains in the hand, here's Sudama right there, same hand. And if all the boys around, he gave them also. So he was known to be stealing Makhan Chor. And if he was known for stealing, this remained in Satyajit's mind. But Satyajit, my dear friends, didn't realize that he does not steal property. He does not steal what belongs to people. He does not steal materialistic things. What he steals is the heart. He steals our heart, my dear friends. He steals our chip meaning the mind. He steals our thoughts. He steals our love. And this is why when the mother Yashoda hold him by the ears and she scolded him, why did you go and steal the butter? Why did you steal the makhan? Why did you steal the dahi? He says, Ma, main nahi makhan khaya, Govinda boli. Main nahi makhan khaya. I never steal the butter. I never stole the makhan. I never stole what belongs to others. That is the reason why he would become so very upset at times when they will call him Chor. One morning, after being scolded, he got up early in the morning and he went and he untied the calf that was tied away, and the little bacha went and drank out all the milk. And when the gopi came to drink, when the gopi came to milk the cow, the bacha don't drink all the milk and sleeping. So the gopi got really upset and went home to Yashoda Maya and said, the only person who could have done that is your Krishna. The calf represents Jivatma. The cow represents Paramatma. Paramatma always unties and untangles the Jivatma, my friends. The Lord untangles us from suffering. He untangles us from poverty. He untangles us from sadness and sorrow, so that we can get the milk, the nectar of immortality. He is not going to steal our property. He is not going to steal what belongs to us materially. If there is something He's going to steal, it's our heart, our love, our bhakti, our devotion. That is what He's going to take from you and I. That is what, my friends, He is going to grab from your life and my life. He wants our love. He wants nothing else. He wants nothing. In terms of possession, Satyajit blamed Bhagavan Krishna for stealing this gem. But my friends, listen to what the scripture, listen to what this beautiful bhajan tells. Jo tumhi tana chahe jeevan ki trishna, jo tumhi tana chahe jeevan ki trishna, subah sham ho bande Krishna Krishna Krishna, subah sham ho bande Krishna Krishna Krishna. My mind is in darkness, Lord. The andhiyara, the darkness is plaguing my mind, Prabhu. Please save me from the darkness of my mind. Save me from the darkness of the impurities of ignorance. Krishna, the bhajan tells, friends, when Bhagavan was blamed for stealing the gem, he smiled because he was accustomed to being blamed for stealing. Unfortunately, everyone blamed him for stealing what he never stole. The Lord, He smiles, but He decides to do something. What He decided to do was to go out and to search for the gem. The lion that ate the brother of Satraji. The gem was in the lion. The lion now was roaming the forest when it came upon a bear. The bear and the lion started fighting. And while they were fighting each other, the bear happened to conquer the lion and kill him. The bear, having ripped the lion open, found the gem. And the bear took the gem and was now going. Now, the bear went to its cave. The lion was killed. The brother of Satyajit was killed. The people of Dwarka, together with Bhagavan Krishna, they go now in search of this gem. Together with Satyajit. Will they find it? bol bande, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Subah Sham bol bande, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Krishna decides to go in search of the gem. Now he is out in the forest searching for the gem. Devaki and Vasudeva, who is doing the Devi Yajna, Mother Devaki is looking for Krishna. Where did my Krishna go again? Remember the Devi Yajna is going on and Bhagwan Ved Vyashi is right in. And while Mother Devaki is looking for her son, he went out to look for the gem that was lost and he was being blamed for. Now, I want to ask you all this question tonight. Friends, have you ever had the experience of being blamed for something that you did not do? And if the answer to that is yes, you were blamed, the question is, what was your reaction? Being blamed is not important, dear. Your reaction is important. Because remember, we do not want to plant the seeds that to have to reap some kind of karma in the future. Therefore, what were our reactions like? Remember in the Devi Bhagavatam, when Mother Tulsi, who was in the previous life was called as Vrinda Devi, and when Vrinda Devi, my dear friends, was in her home, and Bhagwan Vishnu came, disguised as a husband, Jalandhar. And when Bhagwan Vishnu came disguised as Jalandhar, it was said that Jalandhar, who was evil, could never die and will never be killed because of his wife's purity. You all remember? Because of his wife's purity, Jalandhar will always be pure, powerful. And because she is so pure, he could never be destroyed. And as a result of that, my friends, what had to be done in order to destroy Jalandhar based on the wrong things he was doing, because of the wrong things he was doing, the scripture tells the purity of his wife had to be lost. Bhagwan Vishnu then decided that in her previous life, as Vrinda Devi, she was doing tapasya to have him as a companion. And what did Lord Vishnu do? He promised her that he will come and he will be her companion, but only for a few moments. And it is said, my dear brothers and sisters, Lord Vishnu disguised himself in the form of Jalandhar. He came for two reasons. One, to fulfill the vardhan that he gave to Vrinda Devi. And two, that the purity of his wife will be taken and he will be killed because of the evil. Now friends, Vrinda Devi embraced Lord Vishnu, and it is said that because of that time of the embrace, the purity of Vrinda Devi was lost. Lord Shiva came, went and invited Jalandhar to the battlefield, and the battle went on. He was killed by Lord Shiva. And then Lord Vishnu pronounced that I am Bhagwan Vishnu. You once invited me and therefore I have come, Devi. May you always be blessed. My dear brothers and sisters, at that time, Vrinda received a shrap that she will be born as a stone. That she will be born as a plant. And Vrinda Devi, pronounced a shrap upon Lord Vishnu that he will be born as a stone. Lord Vishnu was born as a Shaligram. Vrinda Devi was born as a Tulsi plant. The point is, Vrinda Devi, my friends, was misled into something, and on the stage of the life she was blamed. But eternally, for something that she did not conspire to, and therefore she is worshipped as one of the greatest, purest form of the Divine Mother, and therefore anything you put Tulsi in becomes pure. Another example, when Gautam Rishi pronounced a shrap upon his wife Ahilya, remember in the Ramayana? When Ahilya Devi was pronounced a shrap, she was given a shrap by Gautam Rishi. Gautam Rishi ki nari Ahilya, Gautam Rishi ki nari Ahilya, Tarana re Ram Chali, Tarana re. Sing one verse. Jao, jao, jao Rama, jao, jao re Ayodhya Ram Chali, Tarana re Ram, Tarana re. Jao, jao, jao Rama, jao, jao re अंगरतात माली संहारो गौतम ऋषि की नारी महिमा गौतम ऋषि की नारी महिमा हरे हरे जाओ 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 राम जाओ जाओ रे अयोध्या से बहु श्री सारे परशुराम मुनि पद से गावे जनकरादि से बहु श्री सारे प्रभु अपने को जाने प्रभु अपने को जाने Shrap upon his Dulahin Ahilya Devi, and she also suffered until Bhagwan Sri Ram himself came and saved her. Remember when she became the stone, and when Sri Ram was going to the forest, the dust of his feet touched the stone, and she was retransformed into a beautiful woman? Friends, a very, very important point. When you are blamed for something that you did not do, you will feel hurt. It's only natural to be human. When we are blamed for something that we did not do, certainly we are going to feel the pain of that. But as a result of that, Bhagwan himself comes to save us from such a situation. Like for example, Sri Ram came and saved Ahilya Devi. Bhagwan Vishnu came to save Vrinda Devi from the clutches of the evil hands of Jalandhar. And therefore, whatever happens in your life, stay calm. Whatever happens in your life, stay calm. That, my dear brothers and sisters, is the greatest lesson that any one of us can ever learn in this life, staying calm. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens in practice. Abhyasa yogena tataha, Bhagwan Krishna says. To the yoga of practice, it happens. And so, when Bhagwan Krishna, my dear friends, was now searching for this gem, who was the last person taken? Who killed the lion? A bear came and killed the lion and opened the stomach of the lion, found the gem and took the gem away. So the shaman took gem from Satyajit, from Suryanarayan Swami to Satyajit, from Satyajit to his brother, from his brother to the lion, now from the lion to the bear. People well want gold by. Now, when the bear stole the bear happened to just fight with the lion, killed it, and took the gem and went back to its cave. Now, when Bhagwan Krishna was in search of it, he went and he found that there was a special glow. Remember, the gem had the glow of Suryanarayan Swami, and the gem was lighting up inside of the cave. And friends, it is said, as Bhagwan Krishna was about to enter that cave, he heard the roar of the bear. The bear came out with a very fierce attitude, as if now I am ready to fight whosoever you are. How dare you come to my cave? The bear is thinking. My dear friends, at that time, Bhagwan Krishna started fighting with this bear. And so, suddenly, lo and behold, the bear decided to withdraw its fierceness, to withdraw from the fight. And the bear sat down as if with its hands together. Now I'm going to repeat that. The bear sat down with as if his hands together. You know, when the bear sits down, the two upper front leg really could come as two hands, and the bear did like this. Who was this bear? This bear, my dear friends, was Jambavan. Remember in the Ramayana, Jambavan helped Bhagwan Sri Ramchandra ji in the war against Ravana, and Jambavan was that bear, friends, who organized the army together and was one who was instructive in the war against Ravana. That bear, Jambavan, now fighting with Bhagwan Krishna, recognize him not to be Krishna but to be Bhagwan Sri Ram. And when Jambavan recognized the Lord, immediately he stopped fighting. He sat down, put his hands together, and he says, Prabhu, मेरे मन में बसे है राम, मेरे तन में बसे है राम, मेरे मन में बसे है राम, मेरे तन में बसे है राम. Never once I have forgot you, my Lord. Never once you ever left my thoughts. For in my body, just like Hanuman, I've mentioned, मेरे मन में बसे है राम, मेरे तन में बसे है राम. Jambavan is saying the same. मेरे मन में बसे है राम, मेरे तन में बसे है राम. चीर के छाती बोले अपनी पावन पुत्र looking at Bhagwan Krishna as tears fall from the eyes of this bear. Bhagwan is wondering, what happened? Just a moment ago you were fighting. Now you are saying, Mere man mein base hai Ram, Mere tan mein base hai Ram. Jambavan recognized the Lord as Krishna, who is none other than Bhagwan Sri Ram. And having recognized the Lord of Bhagwan Sri Krishna as Sri Ram, Jambavan sat down. He withdrew himself from the fight and he says, Prabhu, Prabhu, never once you have left my thought. I didn't recognize you in this form, but now, having fought with you, I recognize your skills in fighting. I recognize you by your skills in fighting. But Prabhu, please forgive me. Please forgive me. It seems as though that you are searching for something. What it is you are searching, Prabhu? And Bhagwan Krishna, my friends, mentioned to Jambavan. He says, I also did not recognize you, Jambavan. It has been so many years before I have seen you, but I also have never forgotten you, my son. I also have never forgotten you. Hence, I know that in this Dwapar Yuga, the age that I have come now as Krishna, that you will be here. And therefore, this episode of this Shamantak, searching for the Shamantak gem, is in reality my search for you, Jambavan. You are the gem that I am searching. You are the Bhakta that I am searching to bless. Having found you, I am also being blamed for something that I did not do. Therefore, may I ask, do you have the gem, Shamantak? And dear Jambavan says, Prabhu, the gem is certainly with me. And dear friends, Jambavan took the gem and he gave it to Bhagwan Krishna. And he says, Prabhu, I have something else for you. Anybody knows what it is? Want to guess? Prabhu, I have one more thing for you. Let me go and get it. And he went inside, he got the gem, he gave it to Bhagwan Krishna. And Jambavan came back, walking, holding in his hands his beloved daughter, Jambavati. And he says, Prabhu, I do not only want to give you this gem that will give you 8 tolas of gold every day. I'm going to give you the gem of my life, Jambavati. And he presented his beloved daughter to Bhagwan Krishna. He says, Prabhu, I want you to take care of her. She will always be there to serve you in this avatar, and she will always be there to bring comfort to you in whatever way that you need. And therefore, I give you the hands of Jambavati. Now friends, when Bhagwan Krishna got the gem, at that time, he decided now to attend the yajna, to attend the yaga or the yajna that his mother and father was doing, knowing that they would be looking for him and knowing that the mother will be very upset that he did not attend this yajna, but he was searching for this gem. And so the Upanishad tells, at that time, Bhagwan Krishna now left Jambavan with Jambavati, and he was now returning very speedily to where the yajna was going on. And so Bhagwan Vedvyashi tells in the Vedas, he says that having entered the Yajnashala, he heard that the mantras were being chanted, he heard the glories of the Divine Mother was being chanted. And so Bhagwan Vedvyashi tells in the Devi Bhagavatam, सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणे नमस्तुते ओम जातवेदसे सुनवामसो ममराति यतो निदहाति वेदः सनः पर्षदति दुर्गानि विश्वानावेव सिन्धुं दुरितात्यग्निः तामग्निवर्णा तपसा ज्वलन्ति वैरोचनीं कर्मफलेषु जुष्टाम् दुर्गां देवीगं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये सुदर्शितरसे नमः अग्ने त्वं पारयानव्यो अस्मान् स्वस्ति विरति दुर्गानि विश्वा पूष्ट पृथ्वी बहुरानौर्वी भवातोकाय तनयाय शयोः विश्वानिनो दुर्गः जातवेद सिन्धुन्ननावा दुरिताति परशि अग्ने अत्रिवन्मनसा गृणानोऽस्माकं बोध्यवितातनूनाम् प्रतनाजतगं सहमानमुग्रमग्निगम् उवेम परमाचरस्तात् सनः पर्षदति दुर्गानि विश्वा शामद्देवो अतिदुरितात्यग्निः प्रत्नोषिकमिद्यो अध्वरेषु जनात होता नव्यश्च सत्सि स्वाचाग्ने तनुवं पिप्रयस्वास्मभ्यं च सौभगमायजस्व कोभिर्जुष्टमयुजो निषिक्तं तवेन्द्र विष्णोवनुसञ्चरेम नाकस्य पृष्ठमभिसंवसानो वैष्णवीं लोकह्यमादयन्ताम् कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गे प्रचोदयात्. Together, everyone. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And in this way, Devaki Mata saw Bhagwan Krishna walking in. And as he walked in, the mother felt happy. At least Bhagwan Krishna reached for the chanting of the glories of the Divine Mother. And he was also blessed by the Divine Shakti Ma Jagadamba Devi. Bhagwan Vedvyashi tells in the Devi Bhagavatam. And as Krishna entered with the gem, Satyajit realized that what he blamed Bhagwan Krishna for was really not what had actually happened. And so he asked the Lord for forgiveness. He asked the Divine Mother, Durga Devi, for forgiveness. And so, my dear brothers and sisters, Satyajit realized his mistake. He repented for it. But at that time, it is said in the Devi Bhagavatam that with the recitation of the Devi, Devi Suktam, with the recitation of the glories of the Divine Mother, all dreams, and I'm going to stress this very important point, all dreams becomes a reality. I'm going to repeat, all dreams becomes a reality only for those who have faith and those who have Shraddha and those whose spirituality is 100%. And those who have elevated themselves on the path of spirituality in a calm, peaceful, pure manner, that individual, they reap the four fruits of life, dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. And it is said here, as Vasudev said, he says, with the recitation of the glories of the Divine Mother, a person certainly gets what they want. And what it is? Their problems are removed, the difficulties comes to an end, and a person receives the four fruits of life, dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. But not only that, God, Krishna, walks into your life by the blessings of Durga Devi. By the blessing of Durga Devi, Krishna will walk back into our lives. He will forever be with us. Friends, this is a katha that tells the link between Durga Ma and Bhagwan Krishna. It's a katha that also tells the reconnection of Krishna with his devotees. Like Jambavan, it is also telling that when you are blamed for something that you never did, never react in a negative way, but always stay calm. I pray tonight that if anyone looked at the moon on the night of Ganesh Chaturthi, and you would be blamed for something that you did not do in the past or do in the future, may Bhagwan Krishna bless us tonight, that that shrap will never affect us, and we will always allow ourselves to be calm in spite of whatever happens in life. Friends, this yajna have only started tonight, and we have so many other nights to go. But Bhaiya, before I forget, on the last night, this is my ultimate blessing to you tonight. I don't want to give you no more blessings. If I can't give any blessing at all, just stay calm and be happy. Just in case I forget to say it the next night, any other night, I tell you tonight, sir, I'm going to take it in front. Because this, my friends, is the greatest blessing that anyone can ever attain in life. Peacefulness and calmness. May Durga Mata, may Bhagwan Krishna forever be with us. Prem se boliye Jagadamba Devi Mata ki